Life has a way of bringing moments that feel impossible. There are times when we reach the end of our strength, when problems seem bigger than our faith, and when hope feels far away. In those moments, we often wonder if things will ever change. But the truth is this: when Jesus steps into a situation, everything can change in ways we never imagined. Throughout history, countless people experienced this transformation. When they encountered Jesus, their lives were never the same again. The sick were healed, the broken were restored, and the lost found their way back to hope. But these stories are not just about the past. They remind us that Jesus is still able to change lives today. Sometimes the changes happen in ways we do not expect. We often pray for God to remove every problem immediately. But sometimes Jesus steps in not by removing the storm, but by giving us peace in the middle of it. The situation may still be difficult, but suddenly our heart feels stronger, calmer, and filled with faith. Think about the moments in your life when you felt completely overwhelmed. Maybe you were facing a decision that seemed impossible to make. Maybe you were carrying pain that no one else could see. Maybe you were praying quietly, hoping that God was listening. In those quiet prayers, Jesus is closer than you think. He sees every tear, every worry, and every hidden fear inside your heart. And when the right moment comes, He steps in. Sometimes it happens through an unexpected opportunity. Sometimes through a person who encourages you at just the right time. And sometimes it happens through a quiet feeling of peace that reminds you that God is still in control. When Jesus steps in, fear begins to lose its power. The problems may still exist, but they no longer control your heart the same way. Faith begins to grow where doubt once lived. Hope begins to shine where darkness once felt overwhelming. That is the power of His presence. But one important thing to remember is that Jesus often works in His timing, not ours. Waiting can be difficult. We want answers immediately, solutions right away, and clear direction for the future. Yet many times God is preparing something greater than we can see. While we are waiting, He is working. He may be strengthening your character, deepening your faith, or guiding circumstances in ways that will make sense later. What feels like a delay today may actually be preparation for a blessing tomorrow. So if you feel stuck, discouraged, or unsure about your future, remember this: your story is not finished yet. Just because you cannot see the solution right now does not mean it isn't coming. Jesus has a way of stepping into situations at the exact moment they are needed most. One moment everything looks impossible, and the next moment something changes. A door opens, a burden lifts, a new path appears, and suddenly you realize that God was with you the whole time. The truth is simple but powerful. When Jesus steps into your life, darkness cannot stay the same. Broken things can be restored. Fear can turn into faith. And what once felt impossible can become a testimony of God's goodness. So hold on to hope. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Because when Jesus steps in, everything truly can change.